All right, let's talk about it. That time of year is here. The pressure is on, the stakes feel sky high, and yeah, that pile of books and notes can feel pretty overwhelming. We are talking, of course, about exam season, and today we're going to figure out how to conquer it without letting it conquer you first. So if you're already nodding along, if you are feeling that pressure deep in your bones, then you're in exactly the right place. We're about to unpack one of the single biggest hurdles students face: how to actually get the grades you want without totally hitting a wall. First things first, we've got to name the enemy. And that enemy is what I call the burnout trap. It's this vicious cycle that so many of us fall into, where the more hours you pour in, the less you actually get out of it. And it all starts with a huge misunderstanding about how our brains really learn. And let's be super clear here. Burnout is not just about being tired. It's way more than that. It's a very specific state you get into when you study without any balance. Think of it like this. It's the result of going all gas, no breaks with your studying, and it will absolutely sabotage your best efforts. Okay, so if the old way is a trap, what's the escape plan? This is where we completely flip the script and talk about a smarter way to study. It's time to finally debunk that old myth that says more is more, that the number of hours you put in is the only thing that really counts. Because, spoiler alert, there is a much, much better way. And this right here just nails the whole idea. On one side, you have the old way, just studying longer and longer. And where does that lead? Inevitably, to exhaustion. You just hit a point of diminishing returns. But studying smarter, now that's what keeps you feeling sharp, engaged, and actually motivated to keep going. The takeaway here is huge. It's not a game of endurance, it's a game of strategy. So you might be thinking, okay, study smarter, I get it, but how do I, actually do that? Well, it all boils down to a really simple but powerful framework: the 3 pillars of balance. And here they are. I want you to think of these 3 things as the actual foundation of your success. They aren't just nice-to-haves or optional extras. No, they are the absolute essential ingredients for any study plan that's going to work and last. So let's break them down one by one. First up, plan your time. And listen, this is so much more than a simple to-do list. This is about putting you back in the driver's seat. Try blocking out your day in your calendar, assigning specific subjects to specific hours. What this does is it gets rid of that nagging background anxiety of, what should I be working on right now? And that frees up all your mental energy to just focus. Pillar number 2 is taking breaks. Seriously, this is a secret weapon that so many people just ignore. Your brain is not a computer. It can't run at 100% all day long. A great way to do this is the Pomodoro technique. You work for 25 minutes, totally focused, and then you take a 5-minute break. These little pauses aren't wasted time. They are strategic recharges that help your brain consolidate information and keep you sharp for the next round. And that brings us to our final pillar. And honestly, it might just be the most important one: protect your sleep. Pulling an all-nighter is the ultimate example of studying longer, not smarter. Sleep is literally when your brain takes everything you learned that day and files it away, creating long-term memories. So when you sacrifice sleep, you are literally throwing away the hard work you just put in. So when you actually put these 3 pillars together, the planning, the breaks, the sleep, what do you get? Well, you get a whole new picture of what success even looks like. It's not about dragging your exhausted self across the finish line. It's about showing up to that exam prepared, confident, and actually feeling good. I want to pause on that for a second. Read that again. Success doesn't require exhaustion. This is the whole point. That entire culture built around the idea that you have to suffer and grind yourself down to succeed, it's a myth. You can absolutely achieve your biggest goals, ace your exams, and do it without burning out. So let's just boil it all down. What are the key takeaways? First, shift your focus from hours put in to the quality of that time. That's studying smarter. Second, remember that balance, built on planning, breaks, and sleep, is the secret sauce that keeps you motivated. And finally, and this is so important, please stop seeing your well-being as something separate from your studies. It's not. It's the engine that fuels your success. And that brings us to the end. So I'm going to leave you with this question to chew on. This doesn't have to be some massive life overhaul. Maybe it's just scheduling one 15-minute walk into your day. Maybe it's setting a hard pencils down time at 10 p.m. So what's one small, smarter change you can commit to this week to start building a better balance for yourself?